Thank you for staying with us, and we are back live now. I am joined now by a new guest, Mr. Mathias Eymann from Felder. Hello. Could you please introduce yourself to us?
My name is Mathias Eymann. I'm working for Felder, and we are located in Oberhausen. We are producer of soldering materials. I work in the technical department, so I'm supporting the customers with their technical questions, and I'm in the company since 2 years. And it is my second show here for the Felder company. So we have a very good show up to now, and it's a very, very interesting show.
Very good to hear. It's a common opinion today to see that in spite of the global situation and quite the anxiety of the industry at that time, but we still have really great discussions as well and technical exchanges about new innovations and new things. In the previous interview that we did with Keith, we mentioned the topic of soldering and how customers are now looking to reduce, when it's possible, of course, the temperature, the soldering temperature, to save energy and be globally more environmental friendly. I suppose you also are going in that direction at Felder. Do you have new innovations or improvements in that direction that are done at the moment?
We had a lot of questions regarding low temperature soldering alloys, for example, on high reliability alloys, and for the economical reasons as well. The CO2 footprint is always a theme which is discussed at the booth. So in this case, we have a new solder paste. So the solder paste is a formulation which is still established in the market, but we have a new source of the tin. So this is completely recycled tin, completely one in Europe, in Germany as well. So we have a cooperation there with a Feinhütte, and so we can save up to 90% of the CO2 footprint, like if it's done by a primary materials. And this is our way to go into this economical friendly direction. Our company is producing only alloys on without gas, so only electric ovens, and we are nearly CO2 neutral at our production place. So we are doing a lot in this case to get more reliability and more economical friendly products to the market. Even with the fluxing systems we are looking that we have no PFAS in it. So this is a topic which will always come up into the market. And even for automotive industries, no halides in the solder paste as well, so that we are here on a way into the future with really economical friendly products with less chemical components, so that there will be no so much issues in the future for our customers.
That's a very interesting approach, and actually a great one, especially in Europe, since we are looking more. First of all, we have a lot of regulation, thank God, protecting health and stuff, but it's also a challenge when it comes to technical points of view to find alternative to products that were implemented in the past, and that should have the same properties or better without these materials that are problematic, such as halides. And also really interesting to know that you are recycling as well the tin. I can imagine it's a technical challenge because you also have to ensure that there's a purity level that are reached in your products, and it's quite interesting to see that you're now really getting into that and implementing that locally in Germany. I think it's a great, especially at a time where it's a question of moving productions elsewhere, to keep it locally and try to find new approaches to that. So great. I had a question with these new products. When it comes to the metallization of the PCB you may have, your products are compatible with all the, I would say, the most current, most common metal finish we can have, such as ENIC, immersion tin, Hassel. Is there like product which works better, or is it actually usable, your new products, on every metallization you may encounter on the market?
So every metallization has its own challenges. For example, the easiest metallization you can solder is of course hazel, because it's tin, and tin on tin it's very nice. So we produce a lot of alloys even for this hazel. So it's some kind of, it's our material which is on the PCB there as well. Otherwise, ENIC, for example, is more for fine pitch application, which is challenging for smaller powder sizes, for example. So we have at the moment no problem with any finish with our products. We have a solution for every surface. We are not only in electronic industries, we are also in brazing industries. So we have a wide range of flux systems. And so we can even have this specialized, like for example, in future there are some investigations for aluminium as well in the PCB industries. So we have solder wiring for soft soldering aluminium without any doubt. So we have a very good opportunity here to get in touch with all the applications which will appear.
Great, so you have really a bright portfolio, not only limited to the electronic, I must say. It's very interesting to hear and impressive as well. Is there like a direction at the moment where you are trying to reach, trying to go in terms of developments for the future? We talked about low temperature soldered recycled tin. Are there new opportunities or new innovation that Felder is looking on the moment to develop?
Yes, we are at the moment always developing a little bit in the direction of the alloying systems. That we have to look at microdoped systems, or we are even making alloys on special temperature areas for smelting safeties, and yeah, even in the fluxing systems as well. So we are at the moment, we are modernization in our fluxing systems a little bit. So there are a lot of old products we want some kind to replace. And so we make a lot of investigations at the moment in the fluxing system, water-based fluxes, for example, to get economical friendly, or even to improve some of the formulations with less chemicals in it, so to make them safer, more safer, and yeah, that's what we are actually in the moment we are doing. So our recycling mostly is based in Loffenau in Germany, and we are using these materials not so much for the electronic industry, because the impurity levels are very interesting in this area as well. We are also in the sanitary industry and the rooftop industry, and so we are using these materials mostly for these industries because of the impurity levels you get back from the drosses and the ashes. And we are using for the electronic industries recycled materials of electric one, for example, and so really pure metals, because when you have a wave soldering system, a selective soldering system, you need very pure alloys in this, that you do not get any issues in the soldering process, like wetting problems or any dross related problems into the alloy.
Very good to check, because of course if it's not pure you may not have the properties, thermal or mechanical, as you might say, on the solder joint, and you may have issues afterwards. Do you also do like chemical test after that? Is it possible like to solder residue free, so to speak? Like it would be the dream of the industry. So I'm asking you quite naively the question.
Residue free with a standard solder paste or with a solder flux, I think this will not be possible in the nearest future. There are some applications you can use with for example, with some oven systems where you're using different types of flux, not a real fluxing system based on resin, rosin, or organics. So when you pick, for example, some ovens where they're using some gas to reduce the oxides in it, so this is a little bit more. So it's a little bit more dross friendly and flux friendly for the system. So this is flux free, But in a normal soldering way, like a reflow soldering or a vapor phase, I think this will not work in future. So there we have to look at better fluxing systems, which have less impurity levels, less activation, and so get safer residues. Even when you have different chemicals inside there, then you can have more safe residues when there is a good polymerization, for example, and you know at all performing IPC J standard 004 testing, or even the European standard 61-190, and we have to fulfill these requirements. But in somehow the customer requirements are mostly more interesting for us because they are mostly a little bit more harsher in conditions.
Yeah, depending on the application.
Yeah, and so we have always to look, but we are really free in development there. So if there is a customer request which needs a special application, then mostly we are free and can have a look at it and can design their customized product as well.
A customized solution for their application and special needs, special specifications that they may have. Well, thank you very much for this discussion about soldering. It was really insightful, and I wish you a nice remaining day at Productonica this year.
Yeah, thank you.